Combustion.
Whoa, 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 whoa. They running the game with my team making plays. Talking 80, my G's, wanting jewels in this place. Surrounded by dogs, keep the quarterback safe. I'm the one with the plans, they gon' do what I say. The game is not over, we don't celebrate. In the end zone, we don't got no time in the wait. H-Town run down, we don't premeditate. We just go and get to it, we got them on skates. If the game going to overtime, kicking the overdrive, we gon' be first at the finish line. Play looking full, but I finish mine, can I get second? We gon' line up like it's dinner time. We put in work till we get us a ring. Super Bowl season, we running the scene. H-Town the home of the realest that breathe. Keep your face down when you talk to the king.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H-Town Rundown Podcast. This is your boy AD, and I got my co-hosts in the building. We got Auntie Swan, we got Mike G, we got our special guest. We got Mr. John Hickman from Locked On Texans in the building. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Friday evening?
Doing excellent, fellas. How y'all doing? Swarm.
We swarm. Hey,
I'm doing great.
Absolutely, Mike. You?
Yeah, we got football last night, tonight, and a big game on Sunday, so I'm hyped.
Absolutely. You speaking about that big game, the Houston Texans. It's week 1. It's time to swarm. It's absolutely time to swarm. Ain't no more preseason. There isn't any more mini camps. There isn't any more training camps. There isn't more preseason games. There's nothing else left but the Houston Texans putting their hands in the dirt.
It feels good.
In SoFi Stadium. Huh?
I'm sorry. What does my line say, AD? Put that up there. What does it say?
Bring me them baby sheep.
It feels good to have Texas football, man. I'm excited because I think a lot of people are kind of disregarding. What the Texans have kind of did to revamp themselves over this offseason. So I'm excited to see how this first week will turn out for them. I think it's going to be a great first test for them to kick off the year between LA and Tampa. They got some question marks going into the game, so I know y'all can't wait to dive into that, but I'm excited, man.
Absolutely. Look, it's so refreshing because we got football back last night, officially. And it was a great game. It was a great game with the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles.
I couldn't do that.
That second halftime. Yeah, that second halftime beat everybody in. But along with that second halftime, we had Spitgate and all that, and we're gonna move on from that. But that's another topic for another time. But definitely excited because Mike G was in the building over there in Philly.
Oh wow,
watching it live. How did you enjoy the game, Mike?
Yeah, so I wasn't actually at the game. I dropped off a coworker who went, but I was right there outside of the stadium watching the game, getting the vibes of the very fervent Philly faithful. It's a good game. Like you said, we can talk about Spitgate at a later date, and how that impacted the game. But yeah, man, it was an electric vibe and good game despite the second halftime, like you said.
Yeah, that.
IG, were you cheating on the text?
I mean, I'm 2 hours from Philly. Somebody needed to drive them there, so
watch out now.
Hey, watch out! It's a whole bunch of crossovers. But yeah, definitely, man. I'm excited because I finally get to see this revamped offensive line. We finally get to see this defense with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, added with the healthy Jalen Petrie back in the fold. Just additions on top of additions. We get to see 2 rookies. Actually, see time this 3 rookies.
3 rookies,
yeah. Really 4.
4 when we include Woody Marks.
When we include Jaden Higgins, if you want to include them, but definitely gonna see 3 for sure. You're gonna see Ursery, you're gonna see Jalen Noel, and you're gonna see Woody Marks. Hopefully and prayerfully we get to see some Jaden Higgins as well. But definitely, man, I'm excited. It's a lot of things to unfold and talk about, but I want to start off by talking about the key matchups and the key things that are important in this game for the Texans to come out of the SoFi Stadium with a victory. I'm gonna start with Mike G, and then we'll go to John and we'll end with Swan. What key matchups specifically, whether it be position groups, players, individuals, what are you most excited to see or preparing yourself to see on Sunday?
Well, aside from the quarterback position, the game is won in the trenches, and the Rams got some young defensive playmakers. With Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Braden Fisk,
Jared Verse.
to what?
Jared Verse.
Jared Verse, yeah. I mean, that's the biggest one right there. So how our reshaped, overhauled offensive line handles them? How does it pick up a stunt or twist? We saw some positive signs in preseason, but that's preseason. How's it gonna come out in real game action against a talented front, right? How is Nick Caley's system gonna work within that? Because I mean, look, week one, the offensive line probably not going to be at its best because it's based so much on continuity and communication, which they didn't even have last year. So I think it'll get better as the season goes along. But I think Nick Caley should have some things up his sleeve to make sure Stroud's protected. Beyond the trenches, I mean, I think our receivers are going to eat. Like, nobody in the Rams secondary should frighten CJ Stroud at all. You got Darius Williams, Cam Curl, Quentin Lake, Witherspoon. None of those guys are particularly good. And we got the best edge duo in the NFL. So while the Rams O-line is fine, I think Jackson and Harvenstein in particular can get whipped around quite a bit. The only concern as far as matchups for me is the Rams wide receiver group. Don't get me wrong, we have a hellified corner group and hellified secondary in general. But between Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, somebody's going to make some plays. So we just got to be ready for that and ready to bring the pass rush to negate that. But what you got, John?
So I like the point of the receiving group for LA. I'm gonna take it a little deeper dive at it. I posted these numbers on Twitter earlier this morning. Sean McVay really became somewhat of a pioneer because of how much he utilizes his number one receivers in the slot. When Cooper Kupp won that Triple Crown, the numbers that he played in the slot was extremely high. Puka Nakua's emergence he played a lot in the slot, right? And so then I look at the addition of Devontae Adams. Exit Cooper Kupp, he's in Seattle now. Devontae Adams is in LA. Last year, Devontae Adams split snaps in the slot. So now he's going to be in Sean McVay's offense where he's going to find a way to put him in this slot to help dictate the defense and kind of create confusion. Why I think that's a major matchup is because, we love Stingley, we love Kamari Lassiter, we love CJ, we love Bullock, and I'm even going to throw Jalen Smith in there because I think that they have a lot of faith in him. We love Jalen Petrie, but that's where it kind of gets a little bit scared for me when I think about the last time we saw Petrie line up on Devontae Adams in a crucial game against the New York Jets last year. That reception helped put the game away for the New York Jets and beat the Texans. So the deeper dive matchup that I think I'm looking forward to the most is this just that chess piece, the chess battle between McVay, between D'Amico Ryans, who's going to be able to kind of eliminate what the other team does well. And to be completely honest with you, hey, man, this is one of those seasons where I think the Houston Texans need to come out and find ways to set the tone on the year. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. I would love to see Derek Stingley wherever Devontae Adams goes. Follow, shadow, like a good shade tree. So, and D'Amico doesn't typically do that in regular season games, and I understand that. However, again, tone set a type of year. Houston Texans, with all of the revamping that they've done this offseason, they come out on top Sunday. then the perception can change for the team, right? And I think that they had games last year where they were still kind of regarded as a team on the come up. How they lost against Green Bay, Detroit after 5 interceptions, New York again, back-to-back seasons. In both games they should have won. So coming out on top against LA, beating Sean McVay, I think that'll be a great perception changer for that team. And I love to see Derek Stingley just kind of eliminate Devontae Adams. Last time they played, Devontae Adams had 1 catch for 5 yards on Derek Stingley. You got to put your best players on best player.
Absolutely. Swan?
All right. Can y'all hear that noise?
Yes.
Okay, that's me rubbing my hands. I'm doing like
Birdman?
yeah,
Gladys.
So let me get down to the real thing. Y'all being all nice and respectful. Blake all that. All right. It's time to drop the testicles. We done did all the talking. We done did everything we need to do. Hey, let's go. So this is me. I have a few things. One, we talk about what we need to do to the Rams. Our O-line needs to be concerned about their D-line. We need to be concerned about their wide receivers. Why don't we flip that? I'm doing it, Jonathan, with a spoon. Reverse that. Reverse that. If anybody know about boomerang, y'all know what I'm talking about. Why shouldn't the Rams not be worried about us? They got a broke back quarterback.
Yeah.
That's being shot up just to go on the practice field. We got 2 headhunters. And I'm not pausing. I don't have to. So just for record, I never have to. Because Danielle Hunter does not care. And he is going to take his shot. Whether he gets that pass off or not, he going to let him know he's there. We're going to let him know he's there. So, can he make it all 4 quarters? So, yes, you have Pikachu, because that's what I always call him, Pikachu. Yes, you have Tay Adams. But they got to get the ball. What duress is your quarterback going to be under? Is he going to be able to move in order to do that? Because at some point, that epidural is going to wear off, okay? Next, we got wide receivers. Has anybody looked at their secondary? Has anybody looked at
I kind of think that as much as I just talked about McVay scheming up ways to get his guys in the slot.
Yeah.
Have we looked at? I mean, I have, but I'm saying this. Have we looked at their linebackers? It's not like they loaded. Okay, they front is the only thing we need to truly be concerned with. And if what we saw in the preseason and for that went to the practices, I feel like Kaylee is prepared to max protect if he has to, but I felt confident watching our guys look like they knew how to pick up a stunt, and I'm still having chills watching my rookie Woody Marks pass pro, because I haven't seen a good pass pro running back since Aaron Foster. I ain't saying Aaron Foster, just saying is where I'm just that he knew how to hang around and look. So I'm feeling confident. Will we win? I don't know. Anything can happen. Everything is new. I always feel a little uneasy when the student comes back to play the teacher, because there's some things he's gonna show you that you thought you knew, but you didn't. So, but the matchups, I'm loving. My defense secondary, I'm sorry. I don't care if you put Stingley on Pikachu, if you put him on Tay. Kamari, it did not forget what happened with Garrett Wilson, because guess what? That play gets played all the time on NFL Network and ESPN and all the rest of them. So he has a very long memory. He is not getting burnt like that again. So I'm okay. I just need them to be serviceable and let my quarterback do his thing. I'm looking forward to seeing, Iowa State, triplets, really the twins per se, but you can throw the triplet out there. Because that speed, I'm sorry, you can't
They're
coach.
all light skinned.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, it is Iowa.
Speed you cannot coach. And there is truly no one on their defense that can keep up with Jalen Noel. If he turns around and he makes a move, he going to the house. And then I saw what Frank Ross was talking about him in the special teams in the return game. Man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Look, I got two stats that were brought to my attention via X. One was D'Amico Ryans as a defensive coordinator
has never lost.
No, he's lost. Sean McVay is 1-4 versus D'Amico Ryans in his career. When he plays the D'Amico Ryans defense. And that was from when he was the DC in San Francisco, and they played twice a year. Secondly, is when the Rams get sacked 3 times or more. Last year, their record was 1-7.
They get more than 3, right?
I definitely think there's going to be a lot of emphasis.
Was that Alizé?
You know what?
Is Mickey Parker over there?
What a professor.
Okay, what's in your cup over there? I know it's in my cup. What's in your cup?
No, look.
It's a whiskey sour.
It's more than that. But definitely I think the emphasis is going to be on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. I think how can the Rams operate outside if they're not able to get pressure consistently? I think they live and die, like John and Swan said. They live and die by their pressure on the quarterback. Between Kobe Turner, Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, all of those guys, they rely so much on getting pressure to relieve their secondary. I think one of their starting corners is actually going to be out for the game.
Is it Witherspoon?
Yeah, Witherspoon is.
That's a better one.
Yeah, he didn't practice all week. And I think they may have. Yeah, and I think he's doubtful on the injury report. So don't think he's going to play on Sunday. So definitely, I think defensively, D'Amico Ryans. I think everybody in the NFL has enough confidence. D'Amico Ryans is going to make something happen defensively against the Rams, no matter how potent people assume the Rams offense is, because nobody really talked about Kyron Williams either, who had a really good year last year.
Very good.
But I think they're going to be able to stop the run. I think you're going to see Christian Harris be a major factor in this game that nobody's been talking about. I know we were so excited to get Christian Harris back, and after that, it kind of just faded off into the, the dust. And I'm like, well, he's still there, and he's still practicing, he's still active. I think, people were just so excited about him, seeing him actually practice and not be injured and not be on that pup list and everything like that. People just kind of forgot about the impact that Christian Harris is going to bring. And like I said earlier, along with the healthy Jalen Petrie, I don't think we have an injury on the defensive side outside of Danico Autry, who is a reserve, rotational defensive player when we still are 9-10 deep on the defensive line. So I think we'll be just fine without Danico Autry for 4 games. The defense is loaded and stacked and ready to go, and the Rams are not.
Yeah.
The Rams are depleted, and the Rams have to really pick the pieces up. I think this is the perfect matchup for the Texans
It is.
offense.
It is.
For them to get right and to get steady and figure some things out, because they have a lot of holes on that defense. In the secondary, I just mentioned about Witherspoon being out. We talked about them having a lack of notable linebackers or we don't know what their linebacker core is going to be. Go ahead.
That's what I wanted to ask y'all about. Me and you, AD, whenever we see each other, we talk football.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we love Nico, and I'm sure we'll see him outside a lot. I think an advantage for Houston, especially with Jalen Nolan at 4.3 speed, is just kind of laying in some of those mesh routes against some of those linebackers. They don't cover as well. They lost. Was it Boserman? I forget his name, so forgive me. But he left in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be a perfect game. And I said it early on the Locked On Texans this week. We need to see. Initially, it was Dalton Schultz and Christian Kirk. We know Kirk is out. But one thing that Jalen Noah brings is that speed. And once he gets active in the middle of the field, I mean, when you guys run in space, he can be dangerous. So I kind of wonder how often we'll see some of these just stick option routes for the tight ends, mesh routes for the inside wide receivers, to give CJ Stroud the options to not have to hold the ball for long down the field, developing plays. He can just kind of dink and dunk his way to the red zone.
Yeah, and I think what we saw most of preseason,
especially
in the open practices, were like the crossers, the short game, the medium routes. There weren't a lot of down the field plays, especially in open practices. So I think that's going to be the game plan, is to take advantage of that lack of presence that the Rams have across the middle of that defense, and just eat them up and dink and dunk down the field. Either way, I'm cool with however you get it. But
But the other thing, AD, that's gonna be interesting that we saw very little of in the preseason was we're not gonna see a whole bunch of them bunch formations. So you're gonna spread them out.
Well, so I'm not so certain we're not going to see it. I just don't think we're going to see to the point where I don't want to keep revisiting horrible memories, but the Packers game where you didn't have but one play, I think it was maybe 3 to 5 plays the whole game of a receiver outside the numbers. I don't think we're going to see that on Sunday. But
I'll be slow it, man. Golly.
John.
I'm not going back to the Bobby days. I'm saying this.
Let me say this one. Hold on, real quick. Okay. We literally on all 22. We literally sat there and counted how many plays through the whole game that we saw a wide receiver outside of the numbers.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was less than 5, and they ran like 65 plays.
And I remember that game thinking to myself, man, they kind of condensed formations a lot. But I didn't think it was only about 5 plays. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was sad.
I'm going based on our personnel, but more importantly, I only can go by what the man said and what we've seen in preseason, because practice is one thing, but in preseason, I can kind of see what you're trying to do. They're going to be, and for those that is Larry Payton in here? Okay. All right, so I can have this conversation. Okay. Because he has a thing with the Patriots South thing, but the whole thing about it's going to be a week to week based on your matchups and so forth. Spread them out would be better in this game, simply because they don't have the linebackers or the DBs to be able to cover, and that will slow down your pass rush to a certain extent. But I think it'll make them hesitant, because if let's say if it's Woody Marks and out there, and you leak him out, but you have Jalen there, you have to be honest and to that run game. And we don't know what Chubb is going to be. I really think He's going to surprise some folks. He's my comeback player of the year, just for the record. But anyway, spread them out. And I think that allows CJ to be able to see what the defense is showing him pre-snap, and allows him to get the ball out quicker. And that's what I would like to see in this particular game, because, like I said, you don't have the linebackers and you don't have the DBs that can cover long term. So to me, a couple of ticks, if your D line gets there, hey, whatever. But I got to test you. I got to see what you're going to do. Because that bunch formation, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see any screens initially anytime soon. I don't want to help their D line out. I want to tax them. I want them sucking air by the time we get to the 8-minute mark. So that's just my thing is that let's use these young bucks, out there. I mean, we got these rookies. They ain't playing no NFL games. So they can go out there and do cardio if we need them to. I want you to test them to let them know we are going to do it. Whether I convert or not, I need in the back of your mind. So that's just me. So I'm hoping Kaylee doesn't freeze up because you're playing your mentor.
Yeah. I think Kaylee is going to go out there with something to prove. I think that Kaylee knows McVay in and out, and then Kaylee has his own mindset. I think just listen to him in interviews and listen to him on how he plays, how he coaches, from the Iron Sharpens Iron and all the different clips the Texans put out about him. He has a different mindset. It's not status quo, and I don't think you have that. I don't think he has that syndrome. I'm trying to think of the technical term, where he shrinks in these moments. I don't think he's a riser, not a shrinker. And a pause. But hold on. Whoa. Roll it back. But yeah, definitely I think that he's going to come prepared. I think he has a very, very, and if anything, he knows exactly what they're going to try to do defensively for the Rams, and I think he's going to be able to come with a game plan to counteract anything that they would think would happen or whatever. And I think Kaylee has always said he's going to game plan around his players and not necessarily what the defense is doing. The defense is not going to dictate what the offense is going to do. He's going to be the one dictating whatever the game as far as offensively for the Houston Texans. So I did yeah, hold on. Whoa, but I think it's a lot of interesting things that's going to transpire. But we're running low on time with our brother John Hickman. So I want you to give me your key matchups personnel wise. I know we talked about key position groups, but what are you most excited to see, like players? And then I want you to give me your score prediction for the game.
Score prediction, I think either way, and I'm gonna roll with Houston on this one because of the bad back from Matthew Stafford at 37 years old, and it ain't like he's going up against the Texans D line. But the days that they didn't get after the quarterback, they got two dogs on the end. They got guys on the inside that play discipline. They can really clean up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think either way for the game, it'll be a 3-point split. I've been going 24-21. I'm rolling with Houston to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
The Houston Texans got to be better in the red zone. If there's any improvement that I want to see this year, it's them just getting down there and not having to settle for 3 as much as they did in 2024. I mean, that you look at some of those games that were either close or that they lost, things could have changed differently if they just would have scored 7 instead of 3. But so that's my score prediction. I don't want to necessarily give a matchup because I think I already did, but we talk about the offensive line, the weapons and everything. Dog, I just want to see CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Between the last 2 weeks, it feels like the national media narrative has changed. I think a lot of that has to do with seeing how the offense looked in the preseason. And then guys just kind of looking at, man, you know what? Bobby Sloan really was pretty bad last year. But this week, I've heard Sean McVay. I heard guys just kind of talk about CJ Stroud in high regards. I want to see him put it all together. So, goal for mine for CJ this year is 30 touchdowns, 17 games. I think he should be able to do that. But this is a great game to get it off. So the great game to start the season off. So I really want to see CJ in action. And I want to see what their running back by committee is going to look like. Because I don't know about y'all, man, but I am a little bit bigger than a lot of people are on Woody Marks.
It's going to be nasty.
Yeah, look, I'm right there with you. I think that Woody Marks is going to play a major factor in this game.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Who?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, I'm saying, can John hear me? Can you hear me?
John, can you hear him? Can you hear us?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Okay,
John Internet trying to take us out of here. John Internet trying to take him out of here. I say your internet trying to take us out of here, John. Or take you out of here.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can get them back real quick. But y'all make sure that y'all go ahead and subscribe on all platforms, wherever you can find podcasts. Go ahead and subscribe to Locked On Texans. John Hickman is the host. He, also follow it on all the social medias. Follow Locked On Texans on all. You good?
I can hear y'all now.
Okay, I was like, but yeah, I was just telling everybody where to find you, where to follow you on Locked On Texans, on Twitter, on all the platforms, and wherever you can find, listen to a podcast. Locked On Texans is there. Go ahead and subscribe to that as well, and follow all of John's work. Does an amazing job. Weekly does the what's it called, the
Squad show.
There you go. I was about to call it something else. I was about to get in trouble. But yeah, the Squad show with our boy what's his name? Jesus Christ, I'm blanking.
Stan and MC.
There we go. Stan Norfleet and everybody else. Y'all know Stan Norfleet. Former radio personality. He's on with the Squad show with John Hickman. Is that on Fridays, right?
Tuesdays and game day now. We do.
Okay. I knew it was on Friday. It was Tuesdays and Fridays.
It was on Fridays at one point, but then now with the season here, with games started, we do postcast.
Gotcha. So y'all make sure y'all tune into all of that. And again, John, anything else you want to add to that? Where we can find anything additional? Or we good?
November 28th. I need to see you, my boy.
You already know. We're gonna have We're gonna have a special episode for that.
Yeah,
just for that.
I'm sorry. Let's talk about November 28th.
Yeah,
Longhorns gonna take care of business against.
Yeah, you know it already. I just need to make sure you put that out there.
I just need y'all to take care of business Saturday.
No.
Win the game. Just win the game. Just win the game.
As long as we take care of you.
Just win the game. Just win the game.
Hold up.
Mike is an Alabama fan, so y'all pray.
How many?
Yeah, the college football season has been ended, by the way, since Bama lost last week. So it's all null and void.
No, this Texas.
Yeah, shout out John Hickman for joining the show.
Yes, thank
giving
you.
Us his precious time. Again, where is that at? Let's go ahead and get the hand claps for John Hickman. Shout out John Hickman.
Absolutely. Good job.
But yeah, look who popped in. We got one in and one out. Mark Clayton is in the building. What up, brother? What up, brother? What up?
What's going on, y'all? I saw it. I said, all right, it's only 8. I got y'all. We good. Ain't an hour and a half yet. We good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it with you. So we talked about the key matchups, what we expect to see and what we're excited to see. What are your key matchups for this game? And because we haven't done our picks yet of score predictions yet, but I want to get your thoughts and what you're key matchups and what you're looking forward to seeing.
Right, gotcha. First of all, I want to shout out Swan. I see she changed her ticker. What does it say? Bring me them baby sheep. So I've never heard that before for the Rams.
Okay,
But
what's the Ram? What's the
I'm
Ram?
hey, listen, I'm complimenting. I'm gonna take that. I'm still that baby sheep. I called him the Mighty McVeigh. I called him that. But for me, key matchups, of course, I can easily go. Shout out 2413. Look, I could easily go Devontae and Sting. I could easily go, Puka and Kamari. I could easily go that. Look, you saw the piece I wrote earlier on the O line about how they can make a break. So I'm gonna just land on that, bro. I've said it ad nauseum. Everybody said it ad nauseum. Say it one more time. I got guys like versus guys like Titus, right? I got the O line versus D line. I need to see with a good test week 1, like Pro Bowlers and top 1% in the league week 1. How does this O line do? Like, so as a cheat, give me that matchup. Give me the O line versus their D line. What do you do? How many times does CJ Stroud not just get sacked, but I'm talking pressures, pass block win rate, run block win rate, like things like that. Functionally, how does the offense function as a unit, right? Am I going to see all these boneheaded penalties because guys can't line up correctly? Like, am I going to see that kind of thing again?
I hope not.
Or am I going to see a unit that just looks at its floor, competent, serviceable, and downright dominant on some plays? If we can get that, like I'm excited on that. So let me get the meat and potatoes on O line versus D line.
And look,
so I have a question for you, Clay. And I posed this when we were talking with Big John and AD and Mike G. And I'm one of those. I'm always a person that's on the defensive. We talk so much about what our O line will look like against their D line. Let's talk about their O line against our D line. We ain't got no scrubs over there, okay? We got some guys that was in the top 100. We had what 6, 5. I lost count. The thing is, they got a broke back quarterback that's getting shots in his back. Just
I was about to say that means something else. One,
right? I'm like,
see, I told you I don't have to pause. I don't have to.
But now I'm just saying that this for the other people.
So,
all right.
As a woman, I don't have to do that. Y'all guys have to put context with stuff. I don't have to put context. But back to you, Clay. So we're talking about, you're saying, well, I know we want to see based on what we last saw of this O-line.
Yeah.
However, they have the same, well, technically they have a worse problem. Right now, our quarterback is upright. And he's healthy. They are not. So shouldn't we focus on what our defense is going to do to them versus so overly focused on what we need to see from our old line? And I guess it's just my perspective of I've heard across the board from outside folks. It's like your team is like you really can't. The only negative y'all got is your O-line because it's the unknown and based on last year. Other than that, we really can't say anything about your team because if that's fixed, if that turns out to be good, then you're right there with Buffalo and the Rams. I'm sorry, Buffalo Ravens and the Chiefs. So that's the thing that folks says. Oh, so my thing is, back to the Jonathan Witherspoon thing. Reverse that. I think the Rams need to worry about our guys when you got a guy who is barely standing erect right now. Because it could look similar to last night that what we saw with the Eagles and the Cowboys. And I always believe offenses start off slower, 2 to 3 weeks, and the defense typically is ahead of the offenses. So could there be a sense where it does the operate. I expect the operation to be smoother because I just feel like they've been coached better.
Right.
But where they still are trying to work things out. But if our defense is getting to um, Stafford, and like I said, is we got a couple of head hunters
Ooh.
in particular. Shut up, BD. Don't mess up my train of thought.
Yeah, sure.
We got a couple of head hunters, but most importantly, we got that one, Daniil, that just really don't care. And all you need to do is get a hit on Stafford, and I don't know how long that epidural gonna last.
Right.
Just
So
for the
not
record, for all you, I don't know if y'all ever had one. I'm just saying, as a lady who has given birth to a child, it does wear off. So, Daniil, get up in there and get a nice hit. Maybe you don't get the sack, but you're hitting him. Well, he's gonna start to think. Now, Stafford is a tough cookie. Don't get me wrong, but at some point, at almost 40, you're gonna think about it. So maybe my secondary doesn't have to worry about Adams, and I call him Pikachu, so it's not a mistake. That's what I like to call him. It's just cute to me. It's not because they're not talented, but if your quarterback, if we make him think about it,
right,
just a half tick,
yeah,
maybe Bullock, maybe Stingley, and we got CJ. Ooh, thank CD. I'm sorry, CD out there. Maybe you put a ball where you shouldn't have.
Right.
So I want to see the positive of us saying they need to worry about us.
Sure. And yeah, not to cut you off, but okay, I got you. I was asking. So right. The lowest hanging fruit, of course, is the O-line. That is what every national media member hangs on. That is why the Texans aren't on many people's lists. Not that they care, but that's why a lot of national talking heads and even some local guys are, they have trepidation over what to do with these Texans. Like, can they make it to a conference championship? What can they do in the playoffs? To Swan's point, put that to the side. If we're going to go the narrative of just make the strength the ultra strength, of course, we have a much greater defensive line than offensive line. You lean into that ultimately. We know we got in the secondary. So that they're going to do their jobs. But we know that the battery, the engine of this, really the entire team, arguably, is the performance of the D-line. And don't forget Tim Settle. Don't forget, Danico Autry. Don't forget Sheldon Rankins. Right. Don't forget Aziz Shahir. Like let's not the names keep going when So
Christian Harris.
Let's do this. Come on now.
We're loaded there, and I think the thing is we're so really confident about the defense. We don't even talk about it because we know what they're going to do. But just to put on the table, of course. Now the only thing I got is because Sean McVay, he's smart. He's won a Super Bowl. He's one of the best offensive minds in football. That's what we talked with Jeremy Branham on Wednesday. Like we talked about this. The only thing I would have is you would just hope that while you do want to unleash the dogs on the defense, you know what Daniil is going to do. You know what Will is going to do. You know what Aziz is going to do if Matt don't slide quicker. Like what's going to happen. But the thing is, with the team that's smartly run like the Rams, you just want to make sure that you're not undisciplined and how aggressive you want to be. That's the only other thing that can beat you. Because outside of that, talent for talent, 1 to 11, give me the Texans defense over the Rams offense like any day. But when you're talking about the little nuances, and plus, again, we got to acknowledge Nick Haley, he's the student. He's not the teacher here. So McVay is going to, he's going to do some things.
I need to rewind that. Say it again.
Right. So Haley, he's the student. McVay, he's the teacher here. So with that, we know we just got to be careful. That's all. Just, don't be sorry, be careful, right? That's and if we're just disciplined, that's the big word of the week. Let your strength be your strength, but be disciplined with it. And then with the offensive side of things, cling to what you know to be true. CJ, I don't care what anybody says. CJ, the top 10 quarterback. I don't care what anybody says. That's not me being a homer. That's me having eyes and watching this man play. He's the top 10 decision maker, top 10 quarterback. So I know what he's going to do. You got Nick Chubb, who's Ben is probably sick and tired of hearing about how he's washed. He can't run anymore.
Yep.
You got him. You got Woody back there. You got Dari. You got Dame still here.
Hey,
Listen, you got wide receiver
Listen,
two.
AD, if he busts off an 80-yarder, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be happy.
Oh, that's gonna be funny. But look,
ain't no way.
Right.
Go
I'll
ahead.
just say this, and I'll pass it off to anybody who's gonna take it. Listen, in the city of Houston, advantages scare me because when you put it on paper, what we should be good at, so I'm just going to trust I'm going to trust in our strengths. Sorry about that. I'm going to trust that D'Amico has a plan, and I'm going to be reserved about what I expect on the offense. But if we leaned on just strengths, then hey, I would give us the edge. But I'll shut up and I'll hand it off.
Hey, so
Can I ask one quick question?
we had to step away, but
Okay. All right, keep going.
I'll take this small little time period, and we'll go ahead to Mike G. And Mike wanted to talk fantasy. And Mike wanted to talk prop bets and everything like that. So, Mike, I'm going to give you the floor, and I'm going to let you go and give us your picks of the week. I know we're already in game 2 of the NFL slate, but for the rest of the week, we're going to do this on a weekly segment. We're going to have Mike G's picks of the week. And I want you to go ahead and give your slate of picks or prop bets or when it comes to fantasy and betting and everything like that. Go ahead and give your picks. We'll sit back and we'll mark them down, write them down so we can all get that bread.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna roll with DK pick 6 this week since they got some nice promos and everyone in Texas can use it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a freebie.
Hold on, for those that don't know, DK is DraftKings. Hold on, Swan. For those that don't know, DK, because we talking to DK is DraftKings.
Yeah.
So y'all go ahead and download DraftKings app.
Yeah, and it's specifically their Pick 6 app. They have a freebie, which many of these companies often do, with Josh Allen over half a yard. So that's an easy one to take. Even in a challenging matchup with the Ravens, we all feel pretty confident with that one. I'm kind of intrigued. They also have a discounted Joe Burrow 239.5 passing yards against Cleveland. If the Bengals are committed to fixing their early season woes, which they seem to in the preseason, then I'm pretty confident in that one. Going a little further into the passing props, you got Baker Mayfield, Falcons, Bucks. We had some shootouts last year. I think we're going to have some more shootouts this year. He's got 244.5 passing yards. I'm going to take the over there. He doesn't have his full complement of weapons. Obviously, Chris Godwin's not there, but I think that could be one of the highest scoring games of the slate. Michael Penix Jr. too at 239.5 passing yards is also intriguing. I had to mention this one. CJ Stroud, 232 passing yards. I think we're gonna
book it.
I think we're gonna really key in on a quick strike passing attack, particularly early in the season. There's probably gonna be a couple of kinks with 4 new starters on the O-line, and the Rams have a pass rush. Well, how do you mitigate that? Get the ball out quick. And I'm like Swan said, like AD said, we're not really scared of their DBs or their linebackers. So that'll be a way to get the offense moving, even with a former wide receiver 7 like Jaden Higgins. Digging a little further along, even Bryce Young, 216.5 passing yards against the Jaguars. I think that could be a sneaky shootout there in that little cat fight with the Jags and Panthers.
QB2?
Huh?
QB2?
QB2? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. But I mean, it's a favorable matchup because both those defenses are not good. So even with a less than stellar passing attack, I think the Bryce Young can get there. Rushing yard props. Look, Derrick Henry is still the king. 84.5 rushing yards. He's torched the Bills last year, the year before. I think he'll continue to do that as the Ravens try to really key in on that ground attack to get this season going. Chase Brown, 68.5 rushing yards. I think he gets there for the Bengals. In a game, I think they'll comfortably win over Cleveland. You don't think so?
They don't have a good record against them. They struggle against the Browns for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, we're really going to see if Cincy can actually get past those early season woes. I wouldn't take him in any survivor pools because I know those get popular this time of year. I'd steer clear, use them later on in the year. Nick Chubb. I know Swan mentioned him as comeback of the year candidate, and he's definitely in that conversation. 43.5 rushing yards. What are we doing? Take the over.
He's like 100.
And matter of fact, while he's still healthy, J.K. Dobbins. I know the Titans have pretty good run D, of course, but 43.5 rushing yards is a joke while he's still healthy. He may only last 4 games or 8 games, but while he's healthy, you can take advantage of that. Let's see. Let's get a couple more in here. Really trying.
Besides them Titans.
Them baby sheep.
Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker, 62.5 rushing yards. He is an absolute beast when he's healthy, and I'm not particularly intimidated with a Niners defense after they lost as many guys as they have. Is 82.5 receiving yards for Nico Collins. Is that too low?
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Hold up.
That's a something bit.
No, name me the DB that's covering him.
He won't, but you can try.
No,
they might have to throw Kobe Durant on him, and that's
the thing is, real quick, like AD mentioned it, like the Nico Collins last season before he got hurt, like with that hammy, he was putting up 150 burgers. With
he led the league for 5 weeks on IR.
That's what I'm saying. Like with guys there, so it's like, you mean to tell me he got more bodies back, healthy again, all this stuff? Like, oh, absolutely. 80 is disrespectful. 80 is like 80 is a bad night. That's a half. Really,
that's light work.
What light work? Yeah.
Hey, so I will say this, Mike. You gave those lists of pick'ems. I need that list so we can go ahead and post it on the H-Time Rundown, so everybody can be prepared for Sunday when these games roll back around. And make sure you hit all those bets. Place them early. Get your money before they change.
No, for real though. No, lock it in for real though, because once they change, they change.
Hold up, and if you hit, just shout out the H-Town Rundown. You know,
just give us a little super chat here.
Yeah.
Give us a little power chat on Sunday when they hit. You know, on stream on playback, man. Y'all go ahead on playback. Give us a little power chat, and right here on YouTube as well. Give us a little super chat. You know, a little thank you.
Yeah. To the H-Town Rundown. You know what? Mike G will take a thumbs up, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, look, we be on the lookout for that. That will be coming shortly. So go ahead and follow the H-Town Rundown on all socials, so that we will be posting those. So y'all can go ahead and get your locks in, your weekend locks. I will say, Swan, you wanted to say something else before we move on? You want to ask Clayton a question, or you forgot?
Y'all don't remember the question for me?
Mm-hmm. No. It's your question. You didn't even get to get it out.
Y'all supposed to have my back. Y'all supposed to protect the elderly.
Oh, now you elderly. Okay. I don't want to hear none of that.
I didn't say I wasn't gangster. Okay. At the same time, you know, he got them gangster elderly, but
yeah.
Okay. Come on, y'all. That was a good question. Help me out. Mike G, you younger.
I don't think you actually asked it yet. I think you were like,
you didn't even ask it. You didn't even start to ask it.
No, so, I was getting ready to start. Y'all say he gone.
He gone?
Yeah, he had a phone call. Yeah.
No, you didn't even. You didn't even start to formulate. So I
No, it
can't.
was. Y'all told me he was gone, and I stopped.
No, you said this is what this. Hold on, let me pause. Swan, you said I have a question. While we on this, you said while we on this, I have a question, and I said he's not. He's gone right now. He stepped away, and then that was it. I don't even remember.
It was all I remember was we were talking D-line, O-line. You said flip flop it. Let's talk strengths. Talked about that, and then that's what the question came in. I guess.
All
like
right.
they talk
it really was a good question, but
somebody C.J. Stroud maybe.
Look, you can ask it on Sunday on playback,
right?
Before the game. When it come back to you, but right now we are at the point where we're going to go ahead and give our score predictions, and what we'll do as well before we go give our final score predictions, because I want to end off on that. What we'll do is that we'll go around the league and we'll just give a win-loss. We're not gonna do scores on all these, but we're just gonna do a win-loss for the first week. The rest of the week, we already know the Eagles won yesterday, and right now the Chargers.
Oh, I remember. I'm sorry, I just remember when you said win-loss. So, Clay.
Yep.
I know you said you wanted to see how the O-line would perform, you know, da. Let's say the O-line is kind of like, you know, that. But the defense balls out and we win the game.
Right.
Which allows us to come back for our home opener. Would you be disappointed?
I would be, because last season is still fresh on my mind about how that went. Okay. I still recall week 3 against the Vikings, right, where the referees laughed audibly because of how poor our operation was on offense, right? I've never seen referees huddle together and chuckle and just say, hey, sorry about it. Yeah. Here you go. Give me 15 more. So for me, I would be, because we went through all this offensive overhaul and literally tore down the entire construct in my mind to just look competent as a baseline. That's it. Because you didn't even have that. So you could say, what if the defense wins the game? Would you be happy? Well, that was a story all last year.
No. Right. Okay. So I guess the way I'm flipping it is, it goes back to, you ever heard the term, would you rather have an ugly win or a pretty loss? So let's say the offensive line does show up, okay? And you like, oh yeah, great, wonderful. But we take an L because somehow, we don't hold, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Which one would you rather have? Me, as a fan, I'd rather the W. And I can fix it, the home opener. So I would rather have the quote unquote O-line look. I don't think the O-line gonna look like it did last year. I just think the guys mentally are just different. Not saying they have struggles, but I just think their mentality is different. So for me, that's still an improvement. I don't think what we saw in the Vikings game, because that's the one that just really pissed me off. Just completely undisciplined. So my thing is that we know they haven't played enough in the off season to have that true chemistry yet. Right. So if they are putting forth the effort, recognizing stunts and twists, but you lose the battle, but we see that it is not getting their behinds kicked. You know what I mean? I'm saying. Right. And we lose a close one.
So we're not even about to put that in the atmosphere.
But I'm saying
we're not even about to do. See, we're going down. That question is painted already.
I see what you're saying.
It's like he's looking at the O-line, because that's his biggest thing, is how his barometer at looking at the offense and the team, because he's not concerned about the defense. Is really the O-line. So I'm saying is, what if they look better, but they still look a little shaky, but you win the game because your defense do what they're supposed to?
Sure, I'll answer that. No, there's a lot of context there, right? Because, the Rams, they're a professional team, too. They're paid to make you look bad. So, of course, we assume, you got guys like Jared Verse. You got guys back there that are paid to do this kind of thing. So I fully expect them, especially with Ariante over there on the left. Like, yeah, we're all hyped for him, but he's still a rookie. So he got to show them like to be respected. So all things being contextualized, in your scenario, if the defense balls out, we get the W. The offensive line looks competent as a baseline, but goes up against a tough week 1 matchup, but we still win. That would tell me, okay, we're competent under the circumstances, because recall too, we got a $14 million backup O lineman that we weren't planning for. So there's still a bunch in the air. All things considered, you walk away with the W. You beat Sean McVay. You start off with a 1-0 record, and your O line looks passable with room for improvement, and you can see glimmers of that improvement.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Okay,
but if you're talking about they look dirt poor, can't do anything, and we still win because the defense just gets 5 turnovers type stuff, like the Detroit Lions game that we really should have won, or something like that, then I'm like, yeah, see, this isn't sustainable.
Okay.
Right?
Thanks for the context. That's what I wanted to make sure of, because it's like,
I want sustainability. I want, what can you win with sustainably? That's my thing. Like, because it's NFL. Like, ugly wins is a prerequisite for being an elite team. You're not going to win pretty all the time.
Exactly.
Heck, Tom Brady got 7 rings, and like a bunch of them is because a kicker won them for him. So we're not going to act like he just blew everybody out. So that happens. But if it's sustainable, if it's not sustainable, then you have more questions than answers, and you don't want that, especially not week 1, right? Like, you want to establish some type of like equity and say, all right, weeks 1 through 4, all right, we were solid, we were passable, some habits started happening, maybe complacency, we ran into a rut, something like that. But if you start off week 1 and you just look downright incompetent and like you shouldn't even be on the field, that's a whole different thing. So so I'll just leave it there.
So if you see some rookie mistakes, as we expect with Ursery.
No, we don't. No. We don't expect no rookie mistakes. He's perfect.
Oh,
he's
shut
perfect.
up. Okay, I'm talking to Clay.
All right? Because I want to. No, let me say this. Cole it's not a rumor. He's officially out for the game. He's not.
Yeah, it ain't no rumor.
Yeah, him and Barrios both. They out.
Yeah, Christian Kirk. Oh, so let me get on my
1 or 2 weeks, maybe 3.
Okay. What is that? I need you to have that on part of your soundboard, AD. Always got to be right. So I need you to record that so you can press that button and do that, because I'm gonna do got to be right. Dude, look good all season. Look nice in preseason. Him and Barrios. So I'm on that because I'm a Mitchie fan. I am. And yes, his jersey is discounted, so I will be getting that. But anyway, that's another day, another time. However, I'm gonna be honest with you, just being serious, that was very disheartening for me, because folks told me I need to get over Mitchie and move on. And I can't get the week 1, and homeboy already out of a game. Thank God for Jalen Noel, but I'm like, 2 guys. Because Mitchell was a healthy scratch, in that Philly game.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a healthy scratch.
Interesting.
He wasn't a scratch. He played.
No, hold on.
Yeah, he returned a punt and he played on special teams. He made like 3.
Okay, what I mean is, I'm sorry.
Everybody was a scratch for Philly on offense at the receiver position.
Hey, for real though. Hey,
you talking about 1 catch for AJ Brown, and you talking about 2-3 catches for Devontae Smith.
3 catches for Smitty.
That's it. And how many yards, Juan?
No, you understand this.
But I'm just saying, the second leading receiver was a tight end, and then Saquon Barkley.
No, let me have my moment, because that hurt my heart to trade Mitchie. But folks said we had Barrios and we had Christian Kirk, and look what they were doing in camp, which Mitchie was doing very, very good in camp. So yes, when I saw that tweet yesterday on PR for the Texans reporting injuries, and then to see it today, it just rubbing me the wrong way. Just let me have my moment. It's rubbing me the wrong way, because I'm like, I could have had Mitchie. Told y'all to cut Barrios, but we can move on. I just had to get that out. I had to get. They got to be right.
Let it out. Let it out. So we got the slate of games. Like I said, right now, we know that Philadelphia beat Dallas 24-20 on last night. And then right now, currently, the Chargers are winning against the Kansas City Chiefs 13-6. They just entered halftime, which is crazy because that ending was wild. I'm surprised Kansas City was able to get that kickoff. But going down the slate, what do y'all? I'm gonna go down this list of games. Let's start with Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Who do y'all have winning that game?
That's Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Clayton, you got the Bucks too, Swan?
Yep.
Mike?
Yeah, I'm expecting a shootout. Bucks favorite 1.5. I'm going Bucks.
I say Atlanta. I'm gonna be the country.
Man.
Second game, we got Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I got Cincinnati, but it's a close one.
I think we all got Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, they don't do well with them in Cleveland. They don't.
Listen, we're not going off the rails. I'm just coming real quick for context. Joe Burrow's made it a point. Like the Bengals this preseason made it a point. Like they're trying not to be sorry to lead off the season because that's been the narrative. We can go on. I'm just saying. So that's why I'm like,
their offense sucks. The Cleveland Browns offense sucks, but their defense is good and intact. And they got one of AD guys on their team.
Gotcha.
But so
what next, D?
So next game we got Vegas and New England. I got New England winning that game.
Yep, I do too.
They're in New England week 1 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, their favorite 2.5 fantasy. He go get his, but they gonna take that L.
He said in New England.
Yeah.
Raiders got Geno a quarterback.
Yeah. Like I said, Brock Bowers gonna get his. So if you're on your fantasy, still playing, but they're gonna take that L.
You know what? I'll be that guy. Give me the Raiders. I'll be that. Give me them.
So
I'm going back and forth. I'm gonna go Patriots, but it's a coin flip.
Yeah.
Almost.
Look, next game is a toilet bowl. We got Arizona at New Orleans.
Is it toilet bowl?
I got no. Hold on, we're not gonna do
Murray
that.
in the bowl.
Did that
Murray in the bowl.
I think Arizona could be a little sneaky.
I got the Saints. I don't believe in that big waterhead midget.
Whoa, you're picking
ain't no way they are tanking for Arch and they gonna sit up here and win the first game of the season. Ain't no way.
Oh, I don't think they're talented enough to be able to tank. I think they're gonna lose regardless.
And but Arizona ain't got anything.
Well, Arizona at the very least, Arizona is going to be consistent running the football, and they have a presence at tight end with McBride, and then they also have Marvin Harrison Jr. So like they have a presence on offense, and the Saints have absolutely nothing on either side of the ball.
I disagree with that, but
who do they have on defense?
On defense, yeah.
It's gotten older. Here's the thing is
Cam Jordan.
Until you show me
Cam Jordan.
No.
And they got Texas legend.
He always worked. They waited for him to retire. Here's my thing is until the big waterhead midget can show me
who is Rattler?
No, big waterhead. Big waterhead midget. Just get that midget.
We just call him just BW.
About to get sued.
Yeah, we about to get put off for everything.
BW. The FCC about to get.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Big waterhead little person. Is that better? But anyway, until he can show me he can go into a stadium such as the Superdome and win a game. Hold up. His thing is, you can be the worst team, but certain stadiums, certain fan bases are different. And I'm saying is I need to see him be able to do it for 4 quarters. Until he showed me he can do that, I got to go with the Saints. Anyway, next game.
Yeah, Cardinals win cover.
You want to believe in?
Yeah, hey, so we got divisional game. You got Miami versus the Colts. I got Miami winning that game.
Absolutely, yeah,
I
absolutely.
want Miami to win the game because for personal reasons. However,
I'm going Colts.
I feel
I got Colts.
I need a shower, but I'm gonna go with Colts.
What you got, Clayton?
I got the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Because Daniel Jones got to show me. I don't want to see Jonathan Taylor having to try to lift the team again. You got Tua back there. You got Tyreek. Obviously, I'm not gonna go through the whole team, but Cole's got to show me. So
And they got and Miami.
The thing is that the Dolphins don't have anybody that can stop JT, and they have the receivers. They have the weapons. They just lack a consistent quarterback. So to me, I'm just saying if he can be a serviceable Brian Hoyer, and if anybody was a real Texas fan, know what that means, because you have the weapons.
mm-hmm.
Running back, your O line is good, and your wide receivers are what they are. Your defense is not ass. I mean, you got a good defense. So to me, you just what's that term that they use? Just don't lose the football. Don't cost us the game. You kind of thing. If you just stay within the offense, right, you should be able to beat the Dolphins because they got a lot of injuries.
Look, you talking about preseason. He's talking about Miami losing to Jacksonville in the preseason. I'm gonna say this. Miami is going to run the football. Miami is going to play the clock game with the Saints. Mm-hmm. I mean the Colts. I'm sorry, with the Colts, and I think that Miami is going to play keep away and the Colts. We talk about Miami's defense is bad, but the Colts defense is really nothing to write home about either. Their secondary is non-existent. They're pulling. Who do they have in the secondary, Swan?
Mm-hmm.
They just lost. They lost one of their best corners and got rid of him and cut him. And Juju Brents.
They have Darius Ward. They traded for
Swan. No, we're not gonna do that. He's a name more than anything. That at this point in his career, he's just Travarius Ward. They used to be good back in the day. That's all he's hanging on.
I forgot the young man's name, and I apologize. Y'all know what I've been drinking on Friday.
Xavier Howard.
Nope. For the Vikings, they just traded for him.
But I don't want to go. I don't want to go down the Colts roster. I don't want to go down. I don't want to do all that.
I'm saying
I just don't believe. I don't believe in the Colts. So you can believe in the Colts. I'm just saying I'm picking Miami to win this game, and the next game we got.
I hope they do.
Huh?
I hope they do. That helps us.
Yeah. We got the Giants versus the Commanders. I'm gonna say the Giants.
I think that front is gonna be nasty.
Over under 2 false starts for Laramie Tunsil.
Oh, 2
over. See what? No. Because I feel like Laramie Tunsil kind of petty. Like what? He gonna be clean. Watch. He gonna be
no.
Locked in and not get a flag at all.
What, man? Look, he had 17 last year. So
Clay, over here. Let me talk to you. The dude been in the league since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
He been doing it since Miami. He did it all since he been here. You really think you're gonna teach that dog a new trick?
Oh no, not at all. At least got one game in him to be clean.
No. He's gonna have 2. No. I'm gonna take. Here's the reason why I say he's gonna have 2. Unlike CJ, who technically is a pocket passer, JD5, I suspect that he is going to try to anticipate too much until he learns his style, his cadence and everything. So in his first game, him getting 2 would be on brand.
Hmm.
So who you got?
Give me Commanders in a sloppy game. Give me Commanders in a very, very sloppy game. I think the defenses are gonna basically stalemate it up. Giants might edge in that regard, but I just think Jaden Daniels and the offense has just enough to win a sloppy week 1 game.
What the hell kind of halftime is this? Dirty Dancing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mike. Who you had?
Yeah, I got Washington. Should be close early on, but I got Washington.
And who do you have for?
I'm gonna go Giants, and I love JD5, but I'm gonna go Giants on this one. That D line makes me wonder.
Over under how many times we see his mama?
I don't
that's
know
gonna be it, bro.
why y'all got
Whatever the number is, it's over.
Bro, that's gonna be.
why y'all have a problem with that man mama being a mama.
No, it's not
No.
a problem. We know how the NFL works. Like Taylor Swift, an example. We know she's not Taylor Swift, but like
Yeah, but she
anything-
don't bring nothing.
I got I got my whole separate agenda. This 80s only.
He said, "Oh, they said 5.
Yeah, Code said 5.
5 at
I'm gonna
least."
tell you this right now. Jaden Daniels is a victim, and I'm gonna leave it.
What?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, not a victim.
So next game we got Carolina. We got Carolina and Jacksonville.
You said toilet bowl for that.
I got Panthers.
That's
Right.
Panthers gonna actually. I think Panthers are
Right,
actually
right.
gonna be better than what people think.
Man, look, that's the toilet bowl right there. You said Arizona and I forgot the other team, but Saints. You said, man, no, this is a toilet bowl. That's because I have almost little to no respect for Jacksonville.
Absolutely.
So give me Carolina.
Yep. Say that.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm with.
My granny say follow your first mind and you'll never go wrong.
Yeah, give me Carolina. I think Bryce, he's gonna have a decent enough game to win it. That's why I say I'm kind of indecisive.
Mike, you better choose your hometown team.
I think this comes down to the final play. I think it's a sneaky shootout. So, we're going to be looking for games to watch at 1 p.m. or noon time slot. So I'm gonna say Panthers in a last-second field goal.
There we go. So we got the next
Steelers,
game.
Jets.
Yeah, Steelers and Jets. Pittsburgh.
Where at the Steelers?
Oh, what am I
In
talking
New York.
about? Steelers. Yeah, Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Steelers.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's Steelers.
That's Steelers. I think no shot at Justin Fields, but it took me a second. I said, "Oh, that sound." Then I remember, "Oh, they got Justin Fields." Never mind. Steelers gonna win that game. Never mind.
So yeah, I got the Steelers one. You said Steelers. Mike, you agree?
Absolutely.
I'm going upset here. I'm going Jets.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Mike Tomlin has
Nickname.
always lost games he has no business losing and won games he has no business winning. History repeats itself here.
Look,
Okay.
next game we got division battle: San Francisco and Seattle.
Mm.
San
Ah.
Fran is probably
49ers. I'm gonna give it to the 49ers. That
they
first
may
game.
be without Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine because it's Sam Darnold.
No,
I think
here's why I'm going with the 49ers. Robert Saleh returns back home. And Robert Saleh, the DC, he returns back home.
Oh, he's back in San Francisco. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
right.
he can't. That's what they do. They bring everybody back, like New Orleans.
Yeah.
I mean, like New England. They bring everybody back. No, I got 49ers. I don't think Darnold again, like because he has to show us all independent of
KLC and
KLC.
Brian Flores.
Right. He got to show me independent of Justin Jefferson.
KLC.
Right. Independent of those two, I got to see how much of it was him and how much of it was the system. So give me San Fran because they can make it ugly for basically.
I got Seattle.
They got Jettis and Addison over there.
Yeah, I got Seattle. I mean San Francisco. I mean, if they don't have Christian McCaffrey, that offense is just it's gonna be a super low scoring game.
Trash burger.
It's gonna be hard to watch game. The next game we got Tennessee and Denver. This is an easy one. Denver all day.
I'm about to say,
It's Denver all day.
That's the pick for survivor pools right there, Denver.
Give me 2 interceptions for Cam Ward. Hate to say it. 2 picks.
3. Next game we got Green Bay and Detroit.
Ooh.
One of the top games of the week.
I got the Panthers only because
Who?
They're going to be hyped up.
I was gonna let him
Right?
make
The
it.
Packers. Sorry. I got
Oh,
the Packers because they're going to be all hyped in that first game with Micah, and I feel the Lions will figure out how to adapt with both of their coordinators gone.
Mhm. Oh, you know what? Give me. Oh shit.
And they
it's
lost O lineman too.
Green Bay. Green Bay is the more complete team
That
right now.
that's
I'm
what.
gonna say,
Thank you.
no,
That's
no,
what I
no, no,
was
no, no, no,
saying.
no, no, no. I'm gonna say this: Green Bay is the more prepared team and
Hmm.
stable team, and not adjusting
Right.
with any new coordinators or anything like
Right,
that.
Mhm.
Their adjustment is them adding Micah Parsons
right,
Yeah.
to their pass rush.
right.
So their run game may take a hit, but I think they'll be able to pressure Jared Goff into some
Sure.
turnovers.
Hold
Yeah,
line.
Hey,
Circle.
did we turn them over 5 times?
yeah. So I think that that'll be the impact. I got the Packers winning that game.
Yeah.
Mike, you
I got
said
Detroit.
Packers. You have Detroit, Mike. Clayton, you said Packers. Swan, you said Packers.
We got
Yep.
Packers with Golden
Okay.
having a pretty decent debut game.
All right. And then we got Sunday night game. We got Baltimore and Buffalo.
That's beautiful. Oh,
Um,
Blank the
that's
Bills, but I got to go Bills.
that's delicious.
I hate the Ravens more.
Another great game, but Mark Andrews gets his revenge. The
hmm.
Ravens win.
Yeah, okay.
What you got, Clayton?
That's the battle of the MVP and the would-be MVP. Ooh, that's hard. Give me. Oh shoot.
I
You
got
know
Lamar
what?
turn
All
the
right.
ball. I got Lamar turn the ball over as
That's
usual.
what I'm like. You know what? Yeah, give me the Bills. Give me the Bills.
I
Yep.
have Baltimore winning that game. Buffalo is going to take a step back defensively.
Mm,
We got Minnesota and Chicago on Monday night.
Minnesota.
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Vikings.
Skull.
I'm going Chicago.
Man, Mr. Nail Polish,
What a
go. Hey, go
contrarian.
show up.
Yeah, look. They're playing at home. I got
Yeah.
Chicago.
Hmm.
I think Ben Johnson makes a definite impact on that offense, and I think that offense plays a lot better than expected. And yes, here we are here. We're going to get to the Texan game, and we're going to go around the table, and we're going to get a score prediction from each person. So I'll start with Swan, and then we'll go Mike, Clayton, and then I'll finish it off.
I have it 24 to 24
Carry the one.
24 23.
1 point game. We went on the last second Kyrie Fairbairn field goal.
Oh, hell, we fucked.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to that. I'm pretty close to the line, which is 43.5.
Mhm.
I got the Texans pulling out the dub. Very close game, though. And yeah, Kaimi Fairbairn knocks it through to avoid overtime. 23-20.
Clayton.
All right. Give me 27-23. Texans win.
Y'all are not giving.
Oh, here we
hope.
go. Here we go. Here we
Y'all
go.
are not.
Four
No.
sacks.
Y'all are really not swarming
No, we are
today.
torn. We being honest.
Because
No.
right now
Yes.
we talked about it. We've been on this podcast for over an hour,
And you
and
keep
we
doing
talked
this.
about Swan. You talked about how the broke back quarterback and how he can't do this and how he can't function with a broke back and this and that. And when we talked about their defense and how they don't have a secondary and how they don't have any linebackers, what are they going to do? And CJ's going to eat, and Will Anderson is going to destroy Matthew Stafford along with the Neil Hunter, and Derek Stingley is going to act a fool against Devontae Adams and Puka
24.
Nacua. And all of these things in
24.
SoFi, CJ Stroud is starting the season in LA. If I'm not
24.
mistaken, CJ Stroud has not played a game in LA
First game.
Nope.
in his
He's
career.
going
This
home.
is his first.
He's
He's
going
going home, playing his first game at home. All his family and friends, everybody that loves him is gonna be there in that stadium in SoFi, in that probably the 2 or 3 suites he'll have for them.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to be a beautiful, wondrous, in that deep steel blue,
Yep.
all blue uniform. And y'all are not swarming enough because
I am swarming.
The Texans is not going to be close. This game is not going to be close. As I stated, with Jeremy Branham,
Punch go kick 3 field goals. We go get
as I stated with Jeremy Branham on Wednesday, I have the score being 32-10.
Oh god damn! Come on now.
He's standing on it too.
And I'm telling you this, and I'll give my reasons why.
Standing on it.
Defensively, we're going to turn the Rams over.
We gotta convert it. We gotta convert.
And even still, you're going to have a short field, and I believe that Nick Caley is going to upgrade. John talked about it earlier. That was his concern about the red zone offense. I think that Nick Caley is going to be innovative enough that we can actually score touchdowns in the red zone.
That's why I said we get 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
And again, I will say this. You got those 3 touchdowns and a field goal, and then when we turn them over those 2 or 3 times, add that on to it too. You can add.
No, that's part of it. We're gonna turn them over twice. We will convert 2 touchdowns and a field goal out of it, and we'll get a regular touchdown on offense.
So I still feel like the Texans can drive down the field and score on their own. But again, this is my pick, and I'm standing on it. I have the Houston Texans
on business.
32-10, and that's my. But the Texans my team, and I'm gonna stick beside them.
Listen,
hold on, Clay. We got to give you a little bit of history, Mike G. What were them numbers last year?
Swan, do you believe Swan? Killer Cal said, "Do you believe Swan? Are you a believer?"
Killer Cal, this is me. As long as I got 1 point more than my opposition, I don't give a care. Because in the record book, nobody goes back and says, "Oh, but you lost by 1 point." Because when I'm looking at securing the number 2 seed, the 1 point victories will make a difference. But Mike G, let's talk about last year real quick, 30 seconds. You remember what them scores was that AD was predicting?
Specifically, no, but
what numbers were they in?
At a macro level, yeah, there were some blowouts that were predicted that did not come to fruition, but that does apply to all of us. But yeah.
His score predictions were always what? What number? What was that first digit?
Oh, it was gonna be over 30.
Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point.
Should have been.
AD a jinx. Say you're in the 20s and then we get in the 30s.
I'm not gonna sell my team short because I know what they're capable of. I know that CJ Stroud is gonna do damage. I know that Nick Chubb is gonna have a resurgence game and put the league back on notice that he is Nick Chubb, and Woody Marks and Jalen Noel and Nico Collins is going to act a fool. Yeah. And it's going to be a wonderful day to be a Houston Texan fan on Sunday.
Right now, it's a wonderful day to be a Houston Texan.
Every day is a beautiful day to be a Houston Texan fan. So,
it's every day.
But again, y'all already know y'all will see us again on Sunday on Playback. So y'all be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Y'all see that banner right there. Y'all go ahead and do the thing. Do the thing that you do and like, share, and subscribe to all our platforms and Playback as well so that you don't miss a thing. We will be doing all 22 as well on Playback live on Monday. So we're going to start it early this year. So we can get ahead of the game. So we go ahead and subscribe to Playback, subscribe to YouTube, subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, our website, htownrundown.org, especially on X, formerly known as Twitter, on TikTok as well. Y'all go ahead on all the platforms where you won't miss a thing when it comes to the H-Town Rundown. So y'all be sure to be there.
So in addition to subscribing, click that notification button because I know we get busy in our lives between work and family obligations. And for a moment, it'll slip your mind. Oh my gosh, the H-Town Rundown is on. So if you hit that notification, you'll get that alert that'll pop up for you. And you're like, oh, and you won't miss the beginning.
Absolutely. So, again, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Everybody in the comments and the chat. Cold Day. Hey, I hope you hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you. You're a Jags fan.
Welcome.
We appreciate you coming in, giving your commentary as well. Shout out Yvonne. Shout out Al Dickey. YNG Alpha Cobra. Big B. DJ Waller. K1 Stella. Houston Sports Fan. Matthew. As well, and of course Killer Cal and Brandon Hollum as well. Shout out everybody in the chat. I'll shout out over the 150 that's watching us live. We appreciate y'all all taking the time out and watching us on this Good Friday while there's an NFL game going. You chose to watch us while there's high school football in
Thank you.
Texas. You chose to watch us. While you could have been out at the club partying, smoking hookah,
And
doing
get in
all
trouble.
you
And get in
know
trouble.
getting chose, doing all those things and being about having a good time. You chose to watch the H-Town Rundown. We appreciate you all, and we will see y'all on Sunday. Peace.
Yes. 325.